Hello everybody and welcome to Erlengrat with me, Brian Brew Royalty. I was just taking in the view of this mountain here. It's looking up there. I wonder, can I get up there? I don't know. We'll find out someday. Well, just continue on with how we're getting on. We have trees to remove here on this side. We've done all the trees on the other side in the meadow. I think the cows are happy. I have to check. Yeah, they look good. The one thing I don't think I really talked much about last time was we were doing precision farming this time. Yeah, so I don't know if you have to. I think you have to plow these meadows out like in the other games where you can just plow them out and then you'll get the proper kind of levels of fertilizer and all that. Although some stuff does pop up as you're driving along to say that it's fertilized this much and fertilized that much. So we have a couple of bales here to move. They'll get moved. I think we have on the lint track. Yes, we do. Yeah. Bale fork. This should be a bit of fun. Yep, of course it will. No, there is better bale forks, bigger bale forks. Of course there is. But we're just going to see if we can use this one. Of course there's all auto load trailers and everything like that. Oh, don't think I'm going to be able to get to them. Oh! We are heavy. But we got to always steer on this. Oh, dropped one. Let's go get a weight. Of course, we can put it directly into our silo there. I guess it was a little bit optimistic that we were going to lift 2 bales. But sure, look at 700. Will that be enough? Probably not. Let's press on anyway. I don't know if that tractor seems a little bit louder. Huh. Window on. Leave the help window on. I like to show everyone what we're doing. Not that you don't all know already. Come on. You've been watching so many videos, but it's good there to have it there. Someone might need it. I don't think if it's bothering people, I will of course turn it off. There's no problem there. But look at this lovely tarmac road here. Oh, we could get an auto load trailer and I could drive around and, you know, we could get a bale trailer and I could drive around, but it'll be just as quick doing it this way, I think. To me that tractor seems a little bit loud, so I'm just going to knock it down a little bit. I don't want to be shouting over it. Oh, I heard a bee. Hope it's not a wasp. If it's a wasp, I'm out of here. Never seen as many wasps around this year. I think in America you call them hornets, maybe. They're just stingy, hateful little creatures. They were everywhere this year. Here in Ireland, everywhere. I mean, I never saw as many of them. They were everywhere. There was hundreds of them. They were everywhere. Oh, now come on. Now, of course, in real life, you don't use a wheel spike like this unless you're, you know, going to feed the cattle, because once you put a hole into it, it lets in all the air. Once air gets in, it starts to rot. You know, you don't want it rotten. Baler was actually quite easy to use. It was quite good. It was different. I do use the Vicon fast bale most times, so you're kind of spoilt. This little 700 weight on the back of this is fantastic. I think we need to take a drive around today, although we need to do the little scout, so I might just concentrate on doing this side here. Just want to plow out this field. I don't think I'll plow it all up and down the sides and everything. I did cut all the sides, but I think it's probably best not to have too much machinery going up and down, and it's a big enough field as it is. And of course, if we leave a bit of space, we can have a little bit of grass from a meadow. A little bit of FS22 news coming out all the time. Drip feeding. I think they're going to have different size bales now. I think that was one of the things that they got from the community, that we wanted different size bales, and it's a bit of fun. Farming Trucker commented that this is kind of the perfect timing to start Erlengrat, because we're going to have it in FS22. There's going to be updates to be had, and you'll be able to showcase what the updates are. And thanks for your comments, AFT. And just respond to your comment as well about the TMR for the cows. I think there's 2 maps where if you don't fill all the bars on the cows, you don't get 100%. I think 150 other maps you do. So once I heard that, I never take a chance. I always just fill them all. And of course, you kind of have all the ingredients to your hand when you're making TMR. So I don't know what it is. Of course, yeah, it's a great comment, because people starting out won't know that if you do TMR only, just fill the TMR line, your cows are full, they're happy, they're done. I just like to fill them all. I always did, I think, anyway. I got a shock on one map, I don't know what it was, but I was doing TMR and I had it full. And is there any bales down here? I had the TMR full and I could not get the cows to 100%, and I kept thinking it was a glitch, and then I figured out that unless you had the other ones full as well, it wouldn't go to 100%. And ever since that, I just always do it. But you're right. And of course, if you're new to this game, read the comments. Everyone has a lot of information to give out. And if you haven't been following a farming trucker, what have you been doing? Get out there, watch his videos, get into his live streams. So many good creators now, and it's fantastic to watch everyone evolving. I don't know whether it's just a new thing or whatever, but it's I've been watching the YouTubers, my buddies, CBW Farms, Rabbit Rob, Looney Farm Guy, John Linden, and Yeltsin Farmer, Farm Sim Snowy. They're all evolving the way they do things. Joss, they're all showing each other how to do little short videos, how to do editing. Rabbit Rob and Looney Farm Guy are doing they're playing a multiplayer together. I mean, it's just fantastic to watch all this. I saw Rabbit Rob was streaming the other day. It's absolutely it's brilliant to watch, and good luck to them all, because I think they've been brilliant with me. You've all been brilliant. If I miss anyone, I'm totally sorry. It's just so many of you all so good. I've been watching and learning, and maybe someday we'll get a PC and all that stuff will come in handy. Wait, oh, nope. I really shouldn't be messing around with these bales. Should be just getting it done, but I'm just having fun. Whee! And of course, if you were a professional at this, you'd put on the lights. And you do it from in cab, and you barely get one of them. Then you come across, and you try and sneak the other one. Just a little, hit the little. Oh, can't do it. Not a professional yet. Just looking around at these views as well. I mean, it's brilliant. When this DLC dropped, I didn't have any real interest in it. It didn't draw me in. I didn't really see anything in it that was, I didn't really see anything in it that was, that made me stand back and go, wow. I watched Mr. CDP do a little video on it. I could tell by the tone of his voice, he was like not impressed. He didn't run it down. He said, "Look, it's great," and he was showing everyone everything. But just sometimes when you get YouTubers who are playing on maps, and you think to yourself, they're not having fun. You can hear it in their voice. You gotta have a bit of fun, like, and I watched a few more as well, and apart from the stunning scenery, like no one said, "Wow, yeah, this, that," the little electric tractor is fantastic. It's so much fun. That's about it, they said. So I hope there's going to be a little bit of a revision for FS22, update a few fields and things. And of course, listen, I'm new to this. I know nothing about it. I basically done this circle here and down as far as the shop. So we're going to learn together on this. Once I get these bales in, we'll learn together. We might be able to get the second one here. There is bigger bale grabs. I mean, if I'm going to be doing this, I should probably be doing... Oh no, I had it! Oh no! I had it and it slipped off at the last second. But yeah, there's bigger bale grabs, of course. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to plough down across this line here. I'm not going to really plough the sides. I'm going to leave that. We could mow it, I suppose, afterwards. And we might see about... getting a few more animals or something. We'll see. The chicken pen came out the other day from Black Sheep Modding, was absolutely brilliant. I absolutely loved it. I mean, having a little factory where eggs come in and out, absolutely brilliant. But you need a big flat area, and I don't think we're going to be able to place it on this map. I don't think it'd go well with the aesthetics, maybe. But you know what? I have an idea of what map we might be able to use it on, and I might be able to get it done before FS22 drops. Maybe. We'll see. I don't mind playing one or two maps, but I wouldn't like to be trying to keep Let's Plays going on 3 or 4 maps. I don't know how Rabbit Rob does it. I keep forgetting what I'd be doing. Now, lift this up. Can't remember if I bought a plow or not. This is the trouble. Pop out of this and just check. What have we? Oh, we have a little plow. Oh, 1.2 meter plow, so that's worthless. Okay. You know what would be brilliant is if they had a reset button here where you could reset from here instead of having to find it. Like this. You have to go now and find that little plow. That little 1.2 meter plow is it's 1.2 meters, so we're going to have to get rid of that. Lid track. Four-wheel steer on this is great. Nippy little tractor, nifty. Let's not mess around now trying to get a second bale. Let's just concentrate on getting this one up to the market. Can't be too many left. Oh, completely missed it. Nope. Come on. Needs to do better than that now. That's better. Good on horsepower on this tractor actually, because most tractors would struggle up that hill. It's a really big incline. Chuck it in here. Hey. There's a bale there, look. Didn't realise that was there. There's a little electric tractor. Now, like what I'd like to do in this episode is just get this ploughed out here. And if I stop dropping the bales, we might just be able to achieve that. Now, of course, I could stack a few bales up here and have them just in the shed. We do have bale limits on consoles. So, wee! Yeah, that wasn't supposed to happen. We have bale limits on consoles. They're limited to 200. So you can have 200 on the map at any one time, and that's about it. And of course, once I hear 200, I'm like, well, I won't even have 50. I don't know why. It's just the way I am. Where I live here is on a big hill. Yeah, not too dissimilar to what we just climbed up there in the tractor. And the neighbour was cutting hay one year in the back field, and it's a big slope from the top of the hill all the way down. And of course, he was stacking bales in the and the one they got to the very top corner, it just took off down through the field, and it just gathered momentum like a snowball, and it literally missed my house and went straight for the neighbour's house. But luckily enough, he was just after putting up new fencing, and it got stuck in the bull wire. It got stuck halfway through the bull wire. The bull wire went halfway through the hay, and he was down. He drove down the tractor, and he was like, I thought that was going to take that house completely out. And I was like, yeah. I was watching the bale going down, and I was telling you, there was no way I was getting in front of the bale. It was like an Olympic sprinter. It really took off. And he was like, I might not do that again, stacking them up here in the corner. I was like, yeah, that might be a plan. So maybe I should not be stacking them on the hills here. You know, learn from my life lessons. Pick this up here. We just got one or two more, I think, to do. We haven't taken too much time. Whee! It's been fun. It's more fun than driving around with an autoload baler. Of course, I only did one side. There's another meadow on the other side that I haven't even touched. Should be moving house shortly, and when I do, I'll get myself a better setup. I'll have the side panel plugged in. I'll be able to run everything off that. I think I bought it 2 years ago, and it's been out of the box once. It's really good, the Satec side panel, although I think they changed the name of them since. Does anyone have any recommendations for a steering wheel for the PlayStation to go with the side panel? I might try it out. I did hear Jelsa Farmer saying that he got the Satec side panel and he got the steering wheel with it, but the steering wheel was useless. It just didn't, it wasn't good. So if anyone has a recommendation for a steering wheel that would work, I would like to try it out, just to have a little bit of a setup. I know it'll be completely different to using a controller, and I have an idea that I probably won't get used to it, but gotta try these things. Now let me see, if I dump this weight, I'd rather ask the community. I'd rather ask the community now than go off and buy one and be like, ooh, that was a bad move. Get this in there now. I think we need this tractor for the ploughing. Let's go down here and get a plough. Now I know I said I was going to use the start equipment, but some of the start equipment is pants, to be honest, so There's no way I can use a 1.2 meter plow to plow that out. I'd be here for a month of Sundays. Can you cut in here? Yes, you can. Actually, it's a flat area here now. You see, you're kind of plowing out fields to put in a chicken pen? I don't think so. No, that was easy. That was better than going down. Although, I'm sure there'll be some people shouting "Les incompetents" at the screen. But you'll be right, I am incompetent. Now, let me go here and flick up this fella. Oh, come on. A touch. If any of you are familiar with the Britain's farm tractors from the 1970s, 1980s, they're a die-cast toy. This plough looks exactly like one of the ploughs you used to get. I do have a few. I sent Jelsa a JCB telehandler because he wanted a JCB. He likes the JCB stuff. And I had one here that I wasn't using it, but it came in a set. And he sent me back a fella more. So, thanks Jelsa. But some of the stuff that you get from Britain's, the vintage stuff, is just brilliant. Some detail in it. Let me see now about ploughs. I don't have much. I just have a few bits that I had when I was a kid. And I just kept them. Here we are. And one of the things I had as a kid was a Volvo tractor. It was a Volvo BM Valmet, if anyone is familiar with it. And I bought it in a sale of work. For you folks that ain't from Ireland, sale of work is like a yard sale for everyone. You go to the community hall, you bring everything, and you have your little table, and you just sell whatever you have, and you'll be buying stuff for nothing. Like, I think I paid 50 pence for it back then, which was, you know, nothing. You know, probably be like $1 worth now or whatever, because, you know, it was back in the 80s. But you just get really good stuff for really cheap money, and I absolutely loved the sale of work. And what I had was, I had a Volvo PM Valmet. It had no cab on it. I bought it at a sale of work, and it was stolen off me, or I lost it. I never found it. We used to go to each other's houses, me and a group of friends, and we used to all have the little tractors when we were kids, and we'd be playing away. And one day I came home and my Volvo was gone out of my bag, and I was like, someone has it gone. No one owned up to it. Maybe it fell out, but I think someone took it. So what I did was, I went onto eBay, good old Evil Bay, and I found one, and I bought it brand new in the box, and it had a cab. And I was like, well, it has a cab, but everything else is exactly the same as I remember it. I had it for about 2 days, and it was up on the shelf, and I was pulling the curtain, and I knocked it off, and guess what happened? Smashed the cab off it. And my wife was like, oh no, your new tractor. And I went, no, it's absolutely perfect, because that's how I remember it. So, but yeah, the Britain's tractors, fabulous detail in them. I love the details in them. I'm not gone on the new stuff. I think it was a Tommy bought the new stuff out. Nah, it's not as good, I don't think. No offense, Tommy, you do good toys and stuff, but I'm just into the vintage stuff. And I definitely I love flicking through Evil Bay and seeing all the stuff. See all the old vintage stuff from the 70s and 80s that everyone still has, and I don't think there's a kid alive today that wouldn't look at those tractors and say, wow, look at them, because the detail in them were just so good. Little steering wheel that steers your little wheels, and a little man sitting inside them, and, you know, things you'd never see, like. And of course, we had a shop in town. There was an old man used to run it, and he was as grumpy. And I think you used to be able to buy the little, you could buy a little implements like little transport boxes and stuff, you might be able to get it for, you know, it might be £3 new. It was a bit of money back then, maybe, you know, you wouldn't be getting it, you wouldn't have anything, but um, he used to always say, have you money, before you went into the shop, and you'd have to say, yeah, I do, or no, I don't. And if he said, no, you don't, he'd be like, yeah, no, you're not allowed in. I don't want you coming in. He was just grumpy, especially for a kid's toy shop. But sure, you could sit in there, you could stand there. He had shelves and shelves and shelves and shelves and shelves full of Britain's tractors. I mean, it was a dream to go in there. It was a dream to go in there. And we were only kids. It was lovely. It was lovely to go in and just look around. But he was just grumpy. But what happened is, if there was a good few in the shop, you'd get in. He wouldn't be able to check to see did you have any money. So we used to sneak in. Sure, we'd be doing this, staring at the toys. We just loved the toys. But anytime we got a little bit of money together, you'd be straight in there, and you'd be like, what can I buy today? A little plough, or buy a little. We wouldn't be buying much. You wouldn't be buying too much. Just gonna plough this out, because I know it's only a small little field I'm ploughing here. You're probably saying to yourself, oh, it's hardly worth your while, but I just want to run the DLC thing on it, and I want to make sure that I don't think it works in a meadow. And look, sure, we'll put in a harvest crop in here. We'll get something going out of it. But yeah, so still love all the Britain stuff. It's just fantastic stuff. It was so well made, so great. And I think that, as I said, anyone that even looks at it, it stands the test of time, for sure. Things were just built different back then. Get this little tractor now running sweet. Get out of here, birds. I'm going to leave a little bit of the edges in case I want to hire a worker to do anything here. It's not going to be a big field, but it doesn't really need to be, because we probably won't have that big of a harvester for a while. And of course, I can always just sow grass here and cut it. But the grass I sow, I can fertilize, and it'll give me a better fertilized state for the field. I'm going to see now if I can plow out these little ridges here by just turning. Bingo! The field delete. Just looking at the stunning views, stunning mountains. Need to get around this map really and just showcase it a little bit better. But after I get this done, I will. I promise you all. Once I get these little meadows and things knocked out, we'll get there. Reverse this up. It's in here. Hey. I think that's going to be manageable there along. I don't think that's going to create too much hassle. I wouldn't like to go too much closer to them ridges. Yeah, I think that's about right. We had a fella in the back fields here. They were reseeding the field, and he had he was burying stones or something with a stone rake or something. It was something, but as hard as the tractor could go, he was bombing it. You could just hear the turbo on the tractor starting to spin. It was like wee, and once it got to the top, you could hear it. It was like it was almost climbing out of the engine. And he was flying across the fields, and you could hear that turbo working double hard inside it. It was a case tractor. He was going so fast, he was like the Flash. And I was like, that's how I farm. But I do it on a PlayStation. Love the colours on this map actually. Really nice colours. Right, lift that up. Head off down. See, it's just starting to get a little bit steep here. I think it's okay. I don't really want to take out much more of that there. Yeah, no, I think I'm right to leave that. Yeah. Of course, this is only one side. We have the other side as well to do. And you should always, before you delete your fields, try and save your game. Because if you're like me, you'll make a mess of it and you'll need to go back. And there's no undoing a delete when you delete. Of course you could paint it back up with the editor, but I think the map makers do it best. Probably best off just to keep what they've done. Swing around here. Nearly there. Of course I had the plough turn backwards. With this plough you can turn it backwards and plough a little bit faster with it turn backwards, but it still does the exact same thing, so that's why it's ploughing in reverse. Lift that now. Hold that up. Ah, that's good. Let's get the scout now and let's come down here and see what we can do. Love the way you have to climb up all these hills. Run over to, I think the scout is over here somewhere. Oh, I had that on higher too. That needs to go back. Now, watch the Mr. CDP video where he took a load of samples, then he saved the game, and then he came back in and took one sample, and it did all the samples for the price of one. But I don't think I'm going to chance it. I think I'm going to just do it to the quad. Now, here we are here. Unfold it. Lower it down. See your little circle there? That's telling you exactly what you have, whereabouts you are in the field. Just take a soil sample there. Lower it again, sorry. That's one done. Should be able to get all this done here. Even come in a bit, I guess. There we are now. Now, if you send away them now, right, they'll be back by the time you have the next one done. Probably could go a little bit further. There you are now. See the different colours coming up here? I went over it too far, didn't go far enough across. You'll see now, once I hop off that. But this is what we've taken soil samples of here. Oh, let's go into our little thing, and you can see here. So this is sandy loam here, and this is loam. And that's what we're working with here, that little bit. And we're just going to continue down along here now and get this little bit. This is the other side of the meadow. It runs about here, I think. But I'm not sure. Actually, I must look into it and see which is the worst. Is silty clay the worst, or is loamy sand the worst? Not sure. So we've that all done as well. So let's keep out here a bit. Don't have to go too far because we have all that done as well. Take this on sample. It takes a good space distance, so we're very narrow here, so we don't have to worry about any of that. I know I'm probably taking too many, but just being overcautious. About there, I think. It's a really good idea, actually, that to have soil sampling in it. And I did stay away from it for a while just because I didn't really understand it. I wanted to understand it a little bit better. But it's actually very easy. Just fold this up here now. I have this little quad bike limited to 35 kilometers an hour because it's a beast. Lift it up. Yeah, we got our soil samples done there now. We can go back down, I think. So here you have your pH value for the soil, sandy loam, nitrogen, pH values. It has all that. There's your pH value bad here. So does that mean I need lime? Oh, lime required is on. Yeah, so we do need lime for this. That's what that pH is telling you, and nitrogen is 0. No nitrogen in it at all. So we can do all that. But first, need to drop off all this here. Get out of the way now and move this across. I have that done. I'm happy to get that done now. Now what we need to do is motor on over here. Well, a few little lights makes it look good. I'll hook up to our little trailer. We'll hook up to our little tree devourer. And we'll get this back before 12 o'clock. No. I'm not really going to be touching them ones there, but some of this is ours out here, and I think it might be no harm to get rid of a few of these trees here. Not least for the money. Boost up our money. Get a little bit more equipment. They're not really going to be interfering with me ploughing the field down here. I'll actually doing that there now. You can always unhook the trailer. Come at it at a little different angle. Does not want me to get this one. But don't worry, I'll get it. Sometimes if you keep driving with it, or just kind of get it at the edge. Yeah, we'll come back to it. Don't want to be keeping you too long. I'll get this one over here as well. These little fellas. Lift it, drop it down. And lift and drop it down. Go back to my little trailer now, fill it up, bring it with me. Fill it up again. There we go. Told you I'd get you, Mr. Stumpy. We already have 50,000 litres, and that's going to go a nice bit of way to having a few euro in the bank. Lift it up, drop it out, lift it up. Ooh, I can see a little bit left. Well, that's unusual, that's not able to get it. Let me hop out. Stand well back, folks. Throw it in. Don't be putting your paw in there, or you might be able to get it back. That's the kind of way that happens. Oh yeah, that's nice now. We've all this. We're gonna have all this now as well plowed out, and we'll try and buy something. I think maybe like a field or something, just to have a proper field. Oops, that's one way of stopping. But we probably could do with a better field. Oh, not this rubbish again. It's tempting me in. Actually, I won't be coming down that far. I would like to leave one or two trees. Probably this one's going to cause me a bit of grief here, this one. Lift this up. Drop it out. We got it that time. Knock this off. Okay, folks. That's it. Episode 2 of Erlengrat in the bag. I'm going to get cracking here now, ploughing this out, and we're going to use the money from the wood chips to buy something. I won't buy it until you're back, and we might try and get a little field for ourselves somewhere. Let's look into the fields. I know nothing about them. Don't want to buy one too far away, but we do want to buy one. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you give me all a thumbs up. I hope you like what you saw. And if you have any comments about precision farming, please comment. I know very little about it. This is my first time kind of using it, and it's kind of a learn and let's play at the same time. And I always appreciate all the comments, even if you think, I wonder, does he know or does he know? Just say it, because some things I do know, some things I don't. And what I always say is, you can't know everything. If someone doesn't tell you, you don't know until someone tells you. I wonder what these things are for. Are they for anything? Are they just decoration? Anyway, thanks for watching, everyone. Hope you liked what you saw. Thanks to all my subscribers, and I'll see you next time for episode 3 on Earth.